Are there windows in the back?
Yeah, there's the door is on the side, the long side nearest to you.
That's me.
There is one window and another long side.
This side.
Yeah, so the door should be on that wall. There's another window on that same wall, and then 2 windows on the top story above it. And then on the far side, there's 2 windows on the bottom floor, 2 windows on the bottom floor.
Okay. So, alright.
Yeah. Is there any benefit in shouting? Or are we just elemental?
I'm just gonna wait for the dead.
No need to call them out and tell them.
No. If anything, we just use the element of surprise.
Alright. Surprise and violence of action.
Shock and awe.
Surprise, motherfuckers. Cool.
Shock and awe.
So, as we walk up to the front door...
Excuse me, I'm 30 feet back.
Oh, he's 30 feet back, is he?
So I'm gonna move up to the front.
He's hiding behind this big neon sign.
Now that I
keep
I'm
you
really
at
out of
like
camera
15.
shots.
Actually, I'm probably close to like 20 feet back.
I'll keep you about 15.
Oh,
so
are you?
bring me forward.
Hold on a minute.
Alright.
I'll be up with you coming into the front door.
Look at all those minis.
So we don't have any, as we walk up to the front, there's no, ah! No, we got bad guys coming! There's no shouts of consternation from the building.
I'm
It was demons, I swear it.
You can distinctly hear the sound of them watching the film Grown Ups starring Adam Sandler. You look through the window.
I'm not sure I want to
There
kill
are
these guys.
5 bandits on a comically small couch watching a CRT monitor TV.
Because Grown Ups is playing, do we need to make a Constitution saving throw?
No, because the glass. I'm just gonna finish the sentence there. I don't want to keep doing this bit actually.
Do we want to give you a standing camera?
I was thinking about that, but I am kind of enjoying the absolute swag of the crotch cam.
Yeah.
It's
Crotch
it's
cam.
midriff cam at the moment.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, that's it. Hello, tiny people.
No, it's menacing DM cam.
The bandit comes to hit you. All right, let's go. So you guys are all arrayed. You are going to make your way up. Walk me through how you're intending on opening this situation.
Quick check at the door, make sure it's not booby trapped. Obviously, I don't.
Make a perception check.
I'm gonna peek inside the back window, see if there's anybody inside that
Make,
maybe.
are you attempting to be stealthy about this?
Yes.
Make a stealth check first.
That's 12 on the perception.
Sorry?
12 on the perception.
So on the perception, nothing obvious as far as you can tell. No clear booby traps. If there's anything arcane, you wouldn't have noticed it, but they're bandits. You're not anticipating it.
Okay, sure,
Stealth
yeah.
works out to.
So 17%.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check. You sort of skulk your way up to the window, feeling pretty confident that you wouldn't have been seen.
Alright. Pull out the regular sword. Just wedge it in the door next to
7
where the
for
lock's
perception.
going to be.
You're not seeing anything through the window. It's not. It's like slightly uneven glass. It's a bit kind of ripply. It's not like a perfectly clear thing. Yeah, you're not seeing like anything that looks like people or movement.
Okay.
You had a question?
Are the hinges on the outside or the inside of the door?
Outside, it swings outward.
While he's getting his sword in the lock, I put my hand out, and my greatsword suddenly disappears from my back and shows up in my hand.
Excellent. So I'm just going to wedge my sword into where I think the latch is likely to be and just give it a bit of a jiggle, and I'll just give Torgal a nod.
Yeah, like this thing's pretty ready to pop. It's a rudimentary lock. They don't seem to have made an effort to actually lock the door either, so it'll just be a case of like.
I want to make sure that
you
it
could
explodes
probably
open.
use the handle. I'm also just letting that because it doesn't appear to be locked, but you can do the cool sword thing. Don't let me stop you. Don't let me.
I
Don't
just
let me
want to make
shut
sure
you
he
up.
can
You know?
kick the door off. I just want to assist him in his,
Yeah, sure.
his door breach.
Okay.
Both cook it together.
Well, it comes out.
Oh, that would be
it
good.
opens out. It comes
All right.
towards you.
You're not
So-
gonna kick it in.
You give a look to everyone. Flip the door outward. Everyone roll initiative.
Yes. Nice.
That's the business.
Because that's the signal.
Oh, it's bad.
It's
nice.
Oh, shit.
Great. Oh my lord.
Mine's pretty bad too.
Roll it on the fucking
Looks bad, son.
Nice.
Don't
Got it out of the way.
Fucking go and take
As in, you're about to get ducked.
Not nice, baby.
Nice.
No, that's
Suck my duck.
Fuck my stuff.
Can I hoon some of those salmon vinegars, please?
Keen.
Can someone pass down the Tostitos briefly?
Toasty
Yeah,
Joes.
that's right.
Toasty.
The only toes around here that
The toasty toes.
Just without having
You want the dip or just the bag?
Oh, cheeky
I can
arse.
definitely smell something
The toasty
a
toes.
little bit burning,
it's probably just
but
vinegar.
not enough to be concerning yet.
It's just how on fire we are.
Nothing on fire by the heater.
Well,
Where's the heater?
Over here.
That just sounds
we're
like
about
the
to
bit
get ready
it is now.
to smoke these harvest.
There's nothing at
It
all.
smells like it's something over here. Like it's probably just like a wire is warm. It doesn't smell like anything's burning. I have a very sensitive sense of smell as well, so don't.
That's the perfect size of it.
I know.
Sorry for anyone who's trying to hear us over the massive chip rustling.
All right.
That
I'll
sounds
grab
about
everyone's
right.
initiatives in a moment. Before then,
As I pop it open, I just say, oh, I never introduced myself. Name's Basal. Blink.
holy shit, you guys are fucked. You've all rolled as poorly as you seem to be grousing about. My fucking condolences, huh?
Caught them literally with their hands down.
Yeah, like you nod, you turn around, everyone has stopped to take a shit, and you're like, let's go
At the
anyway.
same time.
Sorry, what did you say your name was again?
Basal.
I told you this was a
the
bad
sound,
idea.
Oh, make it fit by reputation.
No,
For Bloodhunters?
no.
No?
No.
You're not that famous.
Alright, I thought I put a much sharper pencil in my thing. This is frustrating.
Would you like a pencil?
Anyway,
Do you
okay,
want
I'll
another
get everyone's
I got-
initiatives.
Hey, mechanical?
There are spares.
No, I like acoustic pencils.
Fine. Boomer.
The old, yeah.
Okay, Bowman.
I'll get everyone's initiatives. Fuck's sake. Starting with Torgal.
9.
9. Shit, okay. Jeremiah.
21.
21.
You'd think like being there
Masa.
when the door's coming in at 4,
4. Zoo.
13.
13 with a slight voice crack.
13?
Actually, I feel like we should have had a head advantage on you.
Rosebud.
Initiative, Rick.
Jeez.
Dirty
Dirty 20. Cool. And Besal.
What's that?
4.
Who wins the speed tie? Who's got the higher dexterity?
Plus 2.
I rolled a nat 1.
Cal.
Oh, so, no, okay. If it's on a nat 1, then you'll be.
I rolled
Then
it.
you're
Alright.
sucker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
Can we not have advantage on our initiative since we were the ones kicking the door?
Surprise round. You're fucked.
It was worth a try.
This man.
It was worth a try. Go on.
Love if they get a surprise round on us kicking the door. Like, oh fuck, they're around us.
Y'all can talk amongst yourselves. This will take me a short while. There is a party of 6.
So who's going to sponsor us, eh?
Friend.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we do. We need some sponsors.
Tonight, a word from our sponsor. Cats.
The delicious sweet
Don't be
taste of cat. The
Yeah,
future
like-
is now.
I'm like,
It's the new cup.
It's a fridge in your
I
hat.
can't do the
he's
infomercial
always
thing.
like,
I'm
what's your
doing
initiative? He's like, 13.
A perfect pairing with bag.
You made me miss one in the initiative. Fuck's sake.
But wait, if you order right now, you get jar as well.
But for the divine connoisseur, we have our ultimate pack.
The jar is only available for the first 500 callers.
Go now and receive a free sample of orange slice.
Just slice.
Created with Barblade.
The first 10 callers will get something in the jar.
Oh, Joker.
The rest of you can get.
If you're going into that chili.
Oh, really? These are.
You open the jar and in the bottom is like a
What are
2D
these
mark.
Oh, yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Please.
That's
Okay,
fine.
off cane.
Okay.
Which variety of can?
Look at the nutritional
That's
information.
right.
All
Right,
the
the
saturated
silver
fat.
variety.
You can.
You can.
You can product.
Yum.
Already can.
I gotta say,
You can.
haven't
With
changed
can.
the colour
From
by
the
heater.
future.
Yeah, you can. You can.
You can.
Yes, you can.
Holy shit. Okay. Could somebody lift the top 2 tiles off that?
The top 2.
There are 4 in total.
Oh, hello.
Hello, nurse.
Oh, there's these down.
Fuck,
down.
door's on the wrong side.
Everybody do
Oh,
one
shit,
by
we got
one.
in
Yeah,
front.
flip it around. Yeah,
We just hit him kick
Wait, there's
a
a
wall.
table.
yeah, just trust me. So yeah, lay it out like that. So see the little corner bit on just where your thumb was, Michael? That's the porch and door. Yeah, your finger's right over. Yep, that's it. So that little bit there is the front door.
Oh,
Cool.
very clever.
Right.
Let's
So
go.
we're up on the porch. We'd be up on the porch then.
Yeah.
That was automatic.
And Jeremiah, you're up first.
Oh, great.
Door swings open, sort of out to the porch. Can't see anything immediately inside.
How many feet is it from where I am to the center of the room?
Oh my god, I genuinely
Jesus.
can't see
Yeah,
your
like-
tiny ass miniature over that chip packet.
35.
Okay, cool. Yeah, five for a square.
I would like to move up 10
Yeah,
feet.
this-
Times.
I can.
I can't.
Just up here.
That also rolls.
Whatever affords me the best view inside the room. Even if it's 15, that's
In
fine.
what
The
channel?
other sides of the
channels, voice channels.
That way.
Oh,
That
yeah.
way again.
Well, I like doing this. You can reach.
Oh,
You want to be this way?
So actually, could you just chuck that screen back up for the,
Oh
for
yeah.
the battle?
Over
Yeah. So
here.
you're 5 feet for a
Chuck the
square,
dashboard back up
and
for the battle so we can see that.
And I would
Yes,
like to
yes.
hold
That's
That's
awesome.
fantastic.
what am I going to do actually? I would like to.
just keep in mind if you ready a leveled spell, even if it doesn't go off
Yeah.
the spell slot's expended, you can't ready a
Yeah,
cantrip though, and not have to worry about that.
You can't hold it turn after turn.
Cans.
You can.
You can.
You can hold
You
a
can.
can.
I will actually, already a firebolt actually.
All right. So you're just readying a 5-0. What's your trigger?
As soon as I see someone aggressing towards someone. So
Someone
if I
aggressing
see a
towards
bandit hitting one of us, then
Yeah, sure. Then you're like, boom. All
He's
right.
a bad guy.
yeah.
Good talk. R stands for something. Rosalind?
Rosberg.
Rosberg. I thought it was Rosberg, but I'm like, that's not a real name. Go on, Rosberg.
Rosberg.
John
I
Mulaney.
I will charge on into the house.
Yeah.
Like
Just like,
1, 2, 3, 4.
what's your armor class?
19.
Cool, I got some bad news for you. As you step around the corner, from the far end, a gentleman with a crossbow is stood, fires one off.
He's allowed to try that.
Oh, man. You get one shot.
Another one fires off, connects with you. You see a guy sort of just like ducks down behind that dining table, crossbows along,
Holy shit.
Do you have one that you want me to
and a
stick
third
on?
one sort of into the wall just in front of your head. Let's go ahead and resolve some damage. Yeah.
Have you got some money? Do you want to chuck us?
fuck me.
us to chuck in?
Yeah, I'll stick those in 1 hot second. It's 10 damage from the first one.
Oh.
That's already a dickheaded roll on my part, no two ways about that. Second one's a much more reasonable 4 damage.
Just 14.
There we
Cool.
go.
Just 14 hit,
Yeah, no,
just
it's
14
fine.
damage
Don't worry
total.
Cool. Yeah.
It's all good.
I might just
Um,
leave, actually.
So,
This-
run in,
run out.
Sure, as they come out here. Pop that one behind the dining table. Pop this one at the far end of the whole sort of floor plan. Other end.
Other end.
Let's
Uh,
go
Far
there.
corner.
uh,
Far corner.
yeah, you've got it right there, Josh. And then this one, if you put sort of see where that red rug bit is, put it just beside there, sort of angling across the front of the thing. Yep, cool. So the one behind the table and the one at the far end both hit you. The other one, like because of the hits, they actually just push you back enough that the third one goes wide and hits the wall where you otherwise would have been just a hot second ago.
Did I see any of them, or I can't see? Yeah.
You would definitely hear something.
Yeah, okay.
But they're all sort of like the guy by the table is just below the window, and sort of to the side. Like you wouldn't be able to physically see this. You would see him get hit because you do have a direct eye line into the door, just behind the 8-foot tall person. They're like, "Still, excuse me."
You can see between my legs.
Did he get hit in there?
Anyway,
These
Uh,
motherfuckers have crossbows.
Rest of your turn.
These
Sick of these motherfucking arrows.
I will step around the corner
Yeah.
and I'm gonna try and punch this guy.
Yeah, as you just sort of like continue this and just like wind up a absolute king hit. Go ahead.
Cow's punch.
That's a 10 to hit.
Oh, like total?
10 total, yes.
10 total. Okay, you wind up for this punch. It sees it coming and just sort of like it just like slips down, and your fist just sort of through and connects with the timber behind it.
I'm gonna need some help. And that's the end of my turn.
Yeah. The good news for you is Zoo, you're up.
Yeah, good news.
That's the good news. It's good news. You want it to be bad news? I can make it bad
No,
news.
no, 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 no. Absolutely fine with good news.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Would I have heard him? I'm
Oh,
guessing
absolutely yes. Like
Yeah,
it is the
noise.
unmistakable sound of like crossbow
Pure
bolts being
violence.
just like
Okay,
a
yeah.
like
I-
the kind
I
of
would
clicking
shout.
whoop sound.
Okay, I'm actually going to. Fuck. I'm just going to try and come up and see who I can actually see through that window. 'Cause fuck it, I need to.
So you
I need to do
come
something.
coming straight up or over like
Maybe a little bit, yeah, over.
like that.
Basically, like kind of
Yeah,
strafing
from
to
there.
see anyone.
From
Inside.
there, you would be able to see clearly enough. You'd be able to see Rosberg and some guy that he's in front of.
Alright, as soon as I see some guy, I'm going to reach out with the small diamond that I carry and cast Paranoia. And
Yeah.
basically sink into him. So, intelligence saving throw?
Intelligence saving throw. DC of
What's my DC? Yeah, 100. No,
Yeah.
14.
okay, roll damage.
1d6. That's shit. 1 point of psychic damage.
Woo!
But he's got disadvantage on the saving
On
throws
his next saving.
against being frightened.
Yep, saving throws against frightening.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Just gonna let me die, I guess.
Guess we'll just dive in.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna stay put there for now as much. Well, yeah, that's about all I can do really. I might come up and just pat Marta on the back and just say, just in case, and cast guidance on him.
Oh, nice.
That's about all I got.
Is guidance bonus action? Yeah, it is too.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Great. Torgal, you're up.
Sweet. Alright, I'm going to run and swing to the left. Is there a wall behind the guy with the table?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, sweet. I'm going to run towards him, step up on my table, take my greatsword in.
Yeah, as you sort of like come to this big kind of swing down. Go ahead. Because you go up on the table, you are removing his half cover. So go ahead.
Yes.
Roll damage.
Nice.
Destroy him.
This combat would be a lot more intense if y'all could fucking hit.
Welcome to D&D.
Yeah.
I mean, in all fairness, like they pulled off some bullshit getting that many hits against you. They do have advantage in that situation, which helps. But even then, the fact that they've got that many off on you guys and you've rolled like 1 damage total so far. Oh boy, are we gonna? Let's not.
Should I have put a backup character?
11.
Yeah.
Doesn't hit.
Okay.
As you go for
I'll die, so
like,
I die.
as you go for it,
I just leave.
you catch on a timber on the roof, and it just sort of clips the sword back enough that as the follow through comes down, it's not as forceful as it should be. It's not as quick as it should be, and he's able to just like press himself up to the side a little bit, and you just barely swing past him.
Sweet. Well, as I swing past him, I'm just going to continue swinging it up around an action surge and come back at him again for it.
Yo.
That's not a thing for you because you've got the fighter template on there.
Oh, that's yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's a fighter thing. Because remember, what you've got on there technically is a subclass that's attaching to fighter when you're actually just a class.
So have you got any bonus actions? You know, for your class?
I actually don't know what arms you've taken, so you
No,
may.
greatsword.
No, as in arcane arms, because you may have. I think some of your stances are a bonus action. Which of the arcane arms did you take?
Okay.
You should have just the one.
Okay, alright, very interesting.
I think you took Ordainment to Frost,
I'd
didn't
like to
you?
hear more about your
Yeah.
story.
Which
Right
is
now.
Yeah, it was the best time to
bonus
tell.
action, but that would have been before the attack. I mean, you can do it after the attack if you want, but like as a bonus action, you can Ordainment to Frost if you want.
Yeah, I might as well put it on.
Yeah, so like you go for this, like it goes wide as you sort of bring your sword up. You sort of run your hand along it, and just this sort of ices up along the blade, and like suddenly you and the bandit you're bearing down on, you can both see your breath in the air before you. Unfortunately, that is it from you. That brings us to Basal.
Right.
Someone fucking hit
As I
something.
run it, I'm just gonna cut my hand quickly and run it along the blade, frost it up.
Yeah.
Here we both got
You're looking at that like,
frostbite.
is that a, I imagine you're looking at that like, is that a Goliath thing?
Yeah.
25,
Yeah.
30, using all my movement.
Yeah,
to
that'll
to
get
this
you.
guy.
That'll get you diagonally adjacent. Yeah.
Right, and I'm gonna try and chop.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So,
So,
Oh, that'll hit. That
Nice.
is-
so we've both got frost great swords.
Yeah, boy.
2 builds, same guy. Sorry.
23 then.
No. Yeah. That hits.
Alright.
Ship family.
If I said no to that, that would be the reasonable point where you'd be like, "What the fuck, guy?"
Great one shot.
So
Like, you guys made level 15 characters, right?
that's 9 points of slashing and 3 points of frost.
9 of slashing, 3 of frost. Brilliant.
I chop him.
Um,
But that is basically all I can do, so I'm happy there.
Brilliant. As you just get this like finally one of them takes a hit, and like he shouts in genuine alarm.
I would also like to shout.
Scream in his face.
Great.
It's me.
Okie dokie. I hate to say it, bud.
It
But
was expected.
yeah, a crossbow bolt is going to come at you from down the stairs.
Bitch. Oh, I thought the
The
stairs
stairs.
pointed the other way.
Yeah, that's how you go up them.
You're in this.
So shooting
kill
you
zone.
from upstairs, shooting down
This is
them.
downstairs.
Yeah, so yeah, like from above you, angled
I,
down.
I'm presuming I can't
That's
see that
real
guy.
wanky.
So I guess this
So,
guy was...
Fun thing here, technically he is hidden to you, but because the angle has disadvantage, so actually, no, you know what? More reasonably, it would work out to you having half cover. So you get a bonus to your armor class actually. So he's still going to have advantage if you've got a bonus to your armor class.
Let's do it. Nice.
Yeah. So and you're usually at a 17, right?
I'm now going to be 21.
21. That's right. Usually at 19, 20. Yeah, okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah. If I hit on this, I'm a bastard. There's no two ways about it.
You bastards. Oh, you fucking bastard.
As down the stairs, as this bolt just into the floor just shy of you, sort of crushes a bit of the wood on the way in. Which brings us to Mata.
Okay. I'm going to back up here. Here. I'm going to bonus action cast Hex.
Yep.
And then I'm going to cast Lightning Lure on this guy and try and pull him through the window.
Oh shit. Are you opening the window?
No, I'm trying to pull him through the window.
Oh, you've got to get through the window.
Yeah, the lightning lure itself has to go through the window.
Block the...
Oh, yeah.
It would, yeah. 'Cause
Okay.
essentially, it treats it like a wall. Like you can
Yeah.
see it, but there's still no clear path to it.
Yeah,
In the same way that
can I
like, you
attempt
try
to jump through the window?
You could certainly try and open it and get through, or you could just like hurl yourself through the glass.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
I mean, it's
contemplating.
it's chucking glass. Like,
I'll spend an action to open it up. Just,
yeah, sure. You sort
can I
of, like,
push it? Is it openable or is it like?
It is, I mean, in all honesty, it's openable, but it's gonna be an awkward one. I mean, you could fairly use your sort of interaction to just open it, like the action you usually use to like draw a start weapon.
Mhm.
Just open it enough that you could like stick a hand in. That would be completely reasonable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, cool. That does have you within 5 feet of him, though.
I was gonna back up. So like.
Okay, yeah. So you're gonna do the far window, so and lightning lure in.
Yeah, lightning lure
Yeah,
him
cool.
and then pull him through the window.
Yeah, cool.
Sweet.
It'll certainly pull him to the window because it'll still end up next to you.
Okay. Yeah.
Can I see him?
Who did you
Him?
hit?
Yes.
No, the guy he's trying to
that
pull.
guy.
From where you are back there, yes.
Yeah. Can I impose disadvantage on that roll?
Absolutely, you can impose disadvantage on that saving throw.
Don't get
And
hexed.
what is the saving throw?
Don't get hexed up in here.
What's our DC?
15.
15 with disadvantage.
I've given him disadvantage.
Yep, that goes off.
Sweet. So yeah, he's takes 1 point of damage.
What?
Get him out of the way now.
You're
That's
getting
good.
there.
Yeah.
Even with hex.
He's taken
That's
2
only
points
for
of
attack.
damage.
He's taking 2 points of
He'll
damage.
be dead within a week.
And
The
he's-
two spellcasters just chipping in cantrips.
There we go.
Yeah, so that'll pull him basically one step back towards. Yeah, perfect.
Whoa, he rotates the whole
The,
house.
the whole house, you lightning all the house towards you.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Yeah, level 3 really do be like that.
Yeah.
Top of the round, Jeremiah.
Cool, Gates. How much inside can I see from outside?
From there, you can definitely see through the window where this dude is like up on the table and has gone for his thing, and now the glass has started to frost up like it's cold.
Alright, mechanics question. Can I cast sleep beyond him? Like, I'm going to try to imagine the center of the room. Could I be like, I want to pop in there?
Cast it on the ceiling.
As long as you, I believe it's sleep as long as you can see.
You see a point and you cast it.
Yeah, as long as you can see the point.
Yeah.
You could. It doesn't discriminate against allies, though.
Does it not?
No.
What?
It
It's just all
applies
creatures.
Don't do
from
that.
lowest hit points first to highest.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely don't do that.
So it doesn't discriminate.
When I don't do that thing.
Sleepy eyes for everyone.
How fucking funny would it be if they put you all to sleep, and then the bandits are fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
How funny would that be?
Okay, so.
For
yeah,
me-
pretty funny. Yeah.
For me, fucking grand.
You know, great.
Okay, so. Do I have enough movement, 25 feet, to get into like that big corridor?
Yeah, you could definitely get like
inside?
just past the entryway to like see. The only one,
15, 20.
yeah, the only one you wouldn't be able to see from there is the one that's Lightning Lord,
Yeah, all good.
or the one that has just been Lightning Lord. It shouldn't have any ongoing.
There's
Oh,
a
you got
spell
hexed.
finder. Where was the spell range finder? That's in place.
What spell?
The one you were thinking of.
I believe that spell's got a 30-foot range, so you should be able to.
No, but it was the radius. The
30-foot radius.
Ah, yeah, that 30-foot radius is going to get a lot of this room.
It's gonna get bats.
Yeah, that's 20-foot radius, so that would be pretty much the entire room, right?
For what it's worth, given that you can see them, the bandits are just wearing leathers. They
Okay.
aren't wearing metal.
Okay, then I will not.
I'm
do
sorry.
that.
I'm really.
Just save it.
That's
when it goes
fine.
off, it's going to be great.
That's great. I would just. So I can't see this dude. There's a wall
No,
on the
you
top.
are aware of him,
Okay.
but you don't have a line of sight to him. The reason you're aware of him is because you can see, you can see Rosberg like there,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
I
like you can
will-
see where he's facing.
Yeah.
And
I
so
will
on.
just fire bolts the closest guy to me on the left.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Okay.
Finish
Cool.
him.
go ahead.
12 plus stuff.
Yeah.
So that's plus 7, 19. 19.
+7 on a spell attack.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
Plus
yeah,
5
yeah,
plus
because you do
proficiency.
have the. Yep. Yeah, that hits.
Cool.
The math did in fact check out.
5 fire damage.
Oh,
guys.
okay,
So
better than one,
brave.
better than one, yeah.
Don't mean to
Bring the pain.
So he gets 5 times the amount of gold that the rest of us get.
That's
Well,
that's exactly what I was
That's
getting
right.
at.
So math checks out to
My
me.
last attack, so...
Can
I know how much.
Can I get any
damage I
closer?
You got 5 more
Might be
feet.
ranked with
Yeah, you
guilt
can get
now.
like one step closer.
I'll get 1 step closer, please.
Cool. So that technically will put you in, it'll put you in reach of the. Actually, no, with the table intervening, yeah, you know what? Fuck it, you're there. That's fine. I'm not gonna overthink
I'm
it.
very short as well, so.
You are just a tiny guy.
Yeah.
Cool. Now they are into some far more normal initiative. The one that is in front of you is gonna go straight at it. Drops the crossbow, pulls out just a very simple kind of hatchet, and just goes for a quick, like, underhanded swing.
Sensible.
That's a natural one. Goes for this swing, and just sort of like they're probably between two things here, where like one part of them's going for the swing, one part of them's going for the flashy, like flip it and bring it down. They come somewhere in between the two, and just like fumble it, just straight fumble it in front of you, and just sort of like hold it up in front of them.
You want to try it again?
Which brings us to
What's the
Rosberg.
Can I, if I look to the left and up the stairs, can I see is there a guy at the top of the stairs?
Yeah, like you can see. So, sort of. Someone grab the next floor up. It should be. Someone
is
coming
that?
off this. No, that's
already
below.
taken
Where
off.
are they? Oh yeah. So if you take a look at where that will line up, because the stairs kind of kink around a little bit.
Right.
You can see someone is leaning past the banister there with a
Right.
crossbow.
Leaning. Okay. What?
And they are currently like, or at the very least, like that's where they were from. Like you can see, like maybe just a little bit of the edge of them. They're clearly in the process of reloading.
All right. In that case, I will just step to Mia,
Yep.
and I'm going to try and punch this guy again.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Can I give him +2?
You absolutely can. So you have +2.
That's good of you. Fucking good.
I just hand it out.
Oh,
Yeah,
so that's
He
a
hasn't stopped me so far.
natural 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it does just go. Like
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
it's not like a reaction or anything. It just happens. Is the way that works.
So from memory, we were talking about the potency of the critical. So it's one of the dice is just max. and
Yes,
then you
one of the
roll
dice is automatically maximized,
Okay.
and the other dice is rolled as normal.
Max +1? Nice.
Okay, so that's 8 plus 6 is 14
Plus
minus
plus
stuff.
12, 26 damage.
Plus 12.
I have a +6 for damage.
Oh, yeah, you don't double that modifier.
You don't double the modifier.
No, you don't know the modifier.
Just
Okay.
the dice.
Right,
Yeah.
then just 20.
Just 20. Sure thing. Yeah. No, hold on. So
14 plus 6. 20.
smoking a little bit. How do you have a +6 to damage? Sorry, I'm just.
No,
Plus 6,
it's
so I have,
8 plus 6 is 14.
Yeah.
I have a plus
the
5
rolls.
from intelligence and then a plus 1 from infusion.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, because that's right. Yeah. Yes, as you just like you finally get like a good wind up and just like
yeah, that's a
like sock him one straight in the chest, just smacks him back into the window. The window shatters behind him.
There's
You'd probably get enough warning on this that you can like just kind of duck down so that the glass doesn't like it maybe like gets a couple of snags in your clothes, but it's not at risk of actually hurting you physically.
for the sake of sound effects, this is thunder damage as well.
Yeah,
So it's- wow.
exactly. It's like a proper like yeah.
What do you think? My ears.
For the sake of sound effects. Yeah, wow. That brings us to him as well. Not happy about it either. On two sides.
Oh,
Did you smash?
I'm also going to bonus action give myself temporary hit points.
Yeah, sure.
Which one are you smashing?
The one
The one
by
by the one that is
Hexed.
hexed. Yeah. Yeah, cool. As sort of in a panic, kind of drops the crossbow, goes to pull out some kind of like very rudimentary sword, sort of a little bit winded, and you hear him yell out, "Galen!" and is just going to go for
What did
some
you
kind
call
of
me?
attack on you.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Whew. 18s, that doesn't hit you.
Do I still have that +2 to AC, by the way?
No,
Or is
it
that
was
just-
no,
just
that's-
my
that was
okay.
yeah, that was from cover from the crossbow,
Right.
just because of the angle of it. Yeah,
Oh,
so
from that.
+2
just sort of
damage.
goes for this
Hit. Right.
as it just like scrapes across your armor and doesn't find any kind of purchase, doesn't like knock you back or anything like that. Zoo, you're up.
Oh shit. I wasn't ready.
I could tell.
I know. That's how I roll. Can I try and move around and see if I can actually pick out anyone else through these windows?
You could.
Or am I... yeah.
You probably can't get a line of sight on the far one just because it's still kind of ducking partially behind the table, and there's like 3 whole people between you and them. You could probably come around to, if you see the window at the far end of the entrance corridor, you could from there
that's what I
you
was
could probably
meaning,
see the backmost one. Absolutely, yeah.
I lose track of the other one.
There is another window through there, so you can see both.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, I'm going to. I think I'm going to try and cast Bane.
Yeah.
On both of those.
Yeah, because yep.
So that's
Save DC of
14.
that is a charisma.
That's one. Just double check. Bane is charisma. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. And that's it done.
If I still see that one, I'm also. Oh wait, because the window's not going to allow me to do paranoia, right?
Paranoia just requires you to see it.
Oh, then yeah, I do paranoia on him.
Yeah,
again.
it's Bane.
Fuck him.
It's Bane a fucking bonus action.
No, Bane was level 1, but.
No, it isn't a bonus action.
Oh shit!
Because if it's an action, you can't also paranoid.
I think it
No, it's an
probably
action.
is.
I would assume it's an action.
Um,
You may not have an available bonus action here,
yeah, I probably don't actually.
which is a perfectly reasonable state of affairs, in all honesty.
Yeah. So I'm just doing the Bane.
Yeah, cool.
But I'll be concentrating on that as well.
Oh,
Successful.
concentration.
Cool. Which brings us to.
2 of them are Bane.
Sorry?
2
Are
of
they
them
both
are
Bane?
Bane. Oh, okay.
Son of a
Fair.
bitch.
Fair.
I'm gonna shoot you.
As the one in front of you is going to go ahead, drops the crossbow, same kind of deal, pulls out some kind of side weapon. It's basically just a short sword, and goes for a bit of a rude like jab to the knackers. I mean, you're above it on the
Sneaky
table,
bastard.
just sort of like trying to find some kind of like weak joint in the leg armor. What is your armor class?
17.
I have. This could potentially be bad news. Bane has caused that to miss.
Yes.
You're a lucky man. He has a +3. I rolled a 3 on Bane, making it a -3, and he misses. Yeah, sort of goes for it, and as he does so, his wrist just sort of like twitches and falters. Something in it just seems like a kind of amateurish fear more than anything. What would have been a clean stab upwards, just as his wrist sort of goes a little bit too limp as he fully goes for it, it sort of clacks off just a little bit of the leg, the sort of leather there, and the knife just slips a bit down in his grip, and he doesn't have the force behind it to actually jab it in, as it just like slides like past your manhood. Yeah, could have been a nasty one, but no, you're good. Yeah, just about. As it does so, it sort of looks up and goes, "Oh shit." Which brings us to your turn. Sorgal, you're up.
Mm-hmm. With my blade now covered in ice.
That oh shit. The frosty breath.
Quick question.
Quick answer.
Saltpeter, with a great sword, it says 2 additional weapon dice. Does that mean 4 for a great sword, or just 2 for a great sword?
Oh, Saltburn?
Yes. Because it just says add 2 of the weapon damage dice.
Yeah, so if the damage dice is a d10, even if it's 2d10, the damage dice is a d10. So
Okay, that's all. Cool.
Never use great swords. Always use great axe.
Yeah, great sword is
Well,
2
that's
d10.
it.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you would
it's working
pop
with
that up,
D6s.
yes.
If you're a barbarian, it's good. If you're not a barbarian.
Sweet. Alright. Basic
Wait,
strike.
hold on. For Saltburn. Was it the one you took? Okay, no, all good, all good.
Primordial.
Yeah, no, I thought you took a
No.
different language for some reason. No, all good. Yeah, no, in that case, you're golden. So, what did your hit?
Haven't hit.
Most crucially. Whew, that flirted with disaster.
16.
Yeah, that'll hit. Yeah, so bring it down across him.
Get wrecked.
And you deal additional ice damage, frost damage,
Is
something
it
like
D4
Yeah.
or D6?
Yeah.
that? I believe it's an additional.
It's one per level.
Oh yeah, it's just straight up per level of spell slot,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
currently just first level spell slot, so it's just an additional 1 frost damage.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Which is pretty base. But do I get that additional?
That's
Die?
that's up to him.
No.
Go ahead and roll your regular.
Let's give it to me.
I've
Hey.
decided. Yeah, it's
8 damage.
Eight
Oh,
damage.
and the +1 cold.
8 damage plus 1 cold.
Not great, but it'll do.
better than 1 damage.
It's definitely better than 1 damage. 8 times that.
Why is that's
Yeah,
so
but
fucking hard?
I can't roll a 1 or 2 damage.
Well, there's no need to brag about it, though.
Yeah, alright.
Fuck's sake.
Actually, fuck. Actually, no, I probably should re-roll one then.
I thought you were like,
Oh,
now I'm going to try to roll one.
Oh, well. Too late.
Are you?
No.
Okay, cool. Alright, in that case, that brings us to the one up the stairs. Finishes reloading, looks down, fires off another pot shot at you.
Coming for your neck.
Cheeky bastard.
He is leaving himself more exposed on this, so that you do not have the cover benefit, but he is also not going to have the cover benefit.
Okay.
Nope. Sort of leans out. The shape of it has moved since he was last there, and he does not take enough time to properly aim this, and just fires it where you would have been stood. Which brings us to Basil.
Alright, we'll chop him again.
Basil.
So we need to disengage from here. 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits, funnily enough.
Come on, big
And
boys.
now I will cast Saltburn.
Yeah, so this deals an additional 2 of its damage die.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You roll
Oh,
D10, right?
yes.
Yes.
Saltburn
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Saltburn's tasty.
Yeah.
So do you just flavor greatsword and grenade? That's pretty badass.
So
It
yeah.
is total 24 points of damage.
Oh, that's what I'm
Christ.
talking about. So as your weapon strikes, it does cold damage, but then the little wound like flares up and sort of sizzles like that.
Yeah, as you sort of like scrape across it, as then like sort of brutal. As this guy just howls,
How's he looking?
and it was what 24 total.
24.
Yeah, he's looking like total shit. Like you can tell well enough from his face, he is on the cusp of just straight up going into shock. Like he's taken 2 hits. The first one was big. The second one was bigger. Like this guy is not lucid.
Nice.
Which brings us to Mata.
Cool. Hearing the loud boom of his gauntlet, I'm gonna move right behind. And if I attack through the window, does he get cover, or what is it? How does it happen?
It depends on what attack you are doing.
Just with my longsword.
You'd be able to just go for like a stab downward. Like you're close enough that no, not really.
Awesome. So yeah, I will booming blade him.
Like he's also in
Nice.
no. If he was facing you and trying to actively duck, then he would. But in this circumstance, he's not, because the cover isn't necessarily. It is currently there. Part of it is also like, are they
I'm
actively
using
trying to
it.
use that cover? And in this instance, the answer is no. Cool.
So yeah, my hand reaches down for my blade. Just before it meets, some electricity arcs between the sword and my hand.
Yeah.
I unsheath it and cast booming blade. And natural 1.
Shit, yeah. As you go for this, and just bring the sword up to go for the stab down through the window. As you do, your elbow just sort of catches the join between the 2 panes of glass. The electricity sort of arcs along, cracks the glass there. Your elbow catches it, and the glass there shatters. It breaks a lot of glass, but you don't actually get your arm clean through. You just sort of like clatter against it.
Cool. That's my turn.
Which brings us to top of the round, Jeremiah,
Do,
who's here to do some wizard shit.
It's so weak.
Oh, shit.
I don't fucking know.
I read my dice upside down.
I will just
There should be more.
firebolt the same dude that's in front of Basil.
I should have
Yeah,
rolled.
as you just
The
Go
same
for a
guy
quick one.
assault heated. Was a salt burn.
Here's his heart, and he's cold. He's...
Okay, it's true. It's true. It's 27.
Cool, yeah, that definitely hits, yeah. Hey, hold on. If you rolled a 27, was that not an actual 20?
No, 18 plus 9.
How do you have a plus 9 to hit? It should just be proficiency plus spellcasting modifier.
Oh, plus 7. Sorry, then it's
Yeah. 25.
25. Yeah, 25. And that is
Okay.
another 5 fire damage.
Another 5 fire damage, yeah. This
And the
guy
fire
is
stops.
like, he's like barely in it as it is. He looks to you like he's maybe about to pass out, and then just this sort of tight coil of flame just roils past the side of you, just straight into his chest. It catches his clothes and just sort of licks up and down, so there's this wound just scraped across the chest that's still kind of sizzling from the salt. As his body kind of spasms a bit, and then it smacks back against the wall.
Hypothetically speaking, if I had
You hear the other one, the one that's by the window there. You hear him cry out, "God, Spotty!" And what is your hypothetical?
had I read this correctly as a 9 instead of read it as a 6 upside down,
No.
and done 3 points more damage, would he have died?
No.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I was just.
No, he would have been a 1.
As it happens, you just
In the
hear,
prime
like,
of life.
out of nowhere from a very far side house, grouse.
Cool.
And I will just hang tight.
Hang tight.
Yeah.
You just like, you cast this off and then you're just like,
Shaka bro.
Shaka bro.
Shaka bro.
Yeah,
That's class.
Just a hulk of a man. I mean, compared to the rest of you, compared to these two, about your size, comes down the stairs with basically a mace, just sort of, and
Trips and falls.
Dies instantly.
I mean, dude, you're just.
I know.
You are
I'm
what
in
he
the
sees.
position. It makes
Yeah,
sense.
you are what he
It
sees.
makes sense.
Just sees like the guy pinned up against the wall. He can see movement, like the window kind of shatters beside him. He sees this guy outside. He sees you in front of it, like winding up for another punch. Is just gonna barrel towards you. Goes for an absolute whack with the mace.
He's allowed to try.
The worst part about this, he started his turn hidden to you. He will get advantage.
That's a thing?
Yeah, that's what hidden is.
Right.
Yeah, like
So
you get
you
advantage
put
if
him
you
in
start. If you start your turn hidden too.
Well, I suppose in a combat situation, depending on where they come from, if they like get the drop on you, right? Like,
Yeah, like it's a quick enough thing that
With those guys, when we ran and attacked them, because they'd take an advantage against you.
yeah, it's because they were hidden. They walked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we ran in and they didn't know we were there behind them.
Yeah, but that's different to hiding. Though.
We didn't.
It's like an ambush versus
you
like.
think they didn't know you were there.
We were not quite.
Yeah.
At any rate, he's going for a wham bam. Thank you. Fuck, I keep rolling these in the dark. Hold on.
We need to get him a proper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first one's definitely got a hit in there.
Of the 2 attacks. you're
Of the
saying?
2 attacks, yes.
Ah, cool. Right.
The
I'll 5
second
attacks.
You'll
one
be peeling me off the floor.
is an 18, which I assume is a
not
hit.
Oh, nice.
So the first one, just like straight to the armor, and it's this kind of ringing sound. The second one goes for the same bit. Because the first one's kind of dented it, it just kind of scrapes up. It wins you a little, but it doesn't otherwise hit you hard enough to be a threat. 7 damage. Are you alive?
Ah, yeah, I'm still
Oh!
alive.
Yeah!
Okay, still kicking.
Yeah,
Do
it's
you
this
have a mini
absolute...
for that guy?
Sorry?
Do you have a mini that you can throw over for that?
Yeah, I do.
Just a placeholder.
Don't appreciate how excited you are about that mini.
Someone
I'll be
please
honest.
pass down the hose.
Yeah, I do.
Here's that one.
Oh, yes.
Yeah!
Oh my God!
Yeah!
You've
He's
never
back.
seen him before.
Bruh, bruh.
Some puts us in the harvesting.
Just
Please pass the delicious
please,
bag.
please.
Please pass them on, friend.
Brilliant. that brings us to your fine self, Rosgard?
Rosberg.
Rosberg. Fuck. I mean, I get it right half of the time, and the other half I'm like, what the fuck is this name? Rosberg. Cool. The city
Okay.
of Ros.
Right.
Lost.
Okay.
So you
To
handle
start
that?
with, predictably, we're gonna punch the guy in front of him.
The one who's just,
Classic.
Overnight broke.
the one who's just gone for a wham.
Oh,
By
no,
the way-
sorry, no, the guy that I
Yeah, the guy,
previously
okay, yeah,
whacked.
yeah. By the way, you can see this guy who's come down the stairs. He's wearing some kind of plate, like some kind of breastplate.
I was gonna ask it on my turn. Thank you.
I know.
Give me just a wee second.
You have 1 second to wait. Use it wisely.
Are we?
Like at the wee
That's
second.
That's really a pain in the ass.
Absolute penis in the anus, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna roll.
No,
a
he
punch
said
this time.
it's a bad thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is a 12 to hit.
No.
Okay.
That's a hard no.
In that case, I'm just gonna kind of have a bit of a look around, disappear.
Looks bad, Todd.
Yeah, disappear, and appear over here.
Yeah.
Well played.
Hi guys.
Yes.
Well played.
Sure. Cool. Just sort of like, and just shunt yourself over to this spot.
Yep.
Which brings us to dice. Dice. Oh, you killed that guy. By the way, he's dead. That's the guy who
At
died.
the end.
No,
No,
the
no,
absolutely,
no,
yeah,
no,
that guy.
no,
No, the absolutely.
How did I kill that guy? He was so far away.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if that changes what you do in your turn, by the way, because that guy is dead.
You hide behind
Not-
me.
We can
No.
go behind him.
I mean,
Keep me covered. Watch my butt. Watch the stairs.
I'd almost rather not, to be honest.
My butt.
The stairs seem to be
It's
where
hard
everything
to
bad
go
is
to
coming
Yeah,
from.
I
It's at high
think-
level.
I think I'm gonna stay where
Right,
I am.
right.
Right there.
It is actually. Yeah, they're big. booty.
You know, I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. Cool.
Nice. Okay.
Cool. Yeah. As that happens, yeah, the big guy's gonna yell, "Magnus, the window!"
Magnus the window.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a leader.
Brings
That's
us,
what I mean.
Sounds
I'll
terrifying.
go down instantly.
sure. That brings us to the guy in front of you. Went for a stab on the knackers previously. Is just going for an attack.
Generic attack.
No. Is the answer. He goes for an attack, but no. Just like a clumsy, like he's lost confidence at this point. You are this huge half-orc thing. It's suddenly cold in the middle of summer. His grip seems to be faltering. He goes for this like really lame stab. His heart's not in it, and he just sort of drops his short sword and holds his hands up. That brings us to Zoo.
I'm just going to do my classic and do paranoia on that guy again.
Mm-hmm.
Because fuck that guy in
On that
particular.
guy again.
Yeah.
What is
Uh,
this, friend computer?
In saving throw 14.
Yeah, on the which guy? The
The same one that I did before. Yeah.
Interesting.
int save
That does sound very Jesus.
and ooh, okay, that's a fail.
Fucking hope so. Jeez. Oh, 6 points of
Oh,
psychic damage that
what?
time and disappointment.
That's not 1 damage.
Nice.
I know.
What's that all
I'm
about?
staying in your lane.
I've done something in slightly the wrong order.
Should've died.
It's not going to change anything, but this guy should have actually acted before you did that. It hasn't changed anything. I'm just going to retroactively do his action.
Right.
And he is going to turn and try and go for a stab through the window at you.
No.
Bring it.
I love how you
Turn
find
around,
fear.
Phil.
You are actively paying attention to this, so you can seek to benefit from the cover here if you would like.
Sure.
What is your armor class without cover?
Without cover, it is 15.
Okay, so add the cover onto that. No, he's crit you.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Tough shit.
So how much? What would that
Fuck
total
you.
be? Just curious.
High 20s.
Just a
High 20s.
I know why you're asking.
Okay. You crits.
The thing is, a crit is an auto hit anyway.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Good to know.
It's the yeah. Like
Good to know.
even if you can't technically
It's
hit
a
someone,
one
there's always a 5% chance that you can. And for that reason, I will keep the ability scores obfuscated. But he's going to get a solid hit on you for a total of hell yeah. Let me get some dice.
For a total of hell yeah damage.
For a total of hell yeah damage.
Holy shit.
I'm rolling badly on saves, but I'm rolling like a wang rod on damage here. That is a max damage hit on the crit for a total of 15.
Oh shit.
As he just gets this thing sort of through the wall, not through the wall, like down to just, and like it sinks into some flesh down your shoulder. That is his turn though, so that has been applied retroactively.
Actually, it doesn't sink as deep as he thought it would.
Okay.
My 8 temporary HP are gone.
Okay. Which brings us to T for Torgal. There's a guy in front of you. He has gone for a crappy failed stab and has just dropped his short sword. And is like kind of holding his hands up, but kind of not. And his eyes are flicking between you and what is clearly his boss. I like to imagine at this point, you've put the sword down and like,
Oh no, I'm just
wondering.
He's not holding a weapon. If I just go ignore him and go charge his boss and attack his boss.
You can hold an action.
He's also not holding a weapon. So
You can talk to him and then wait for
could
someone to
possibly
progress.
probably
You can
hold
hold
the
your
action
action.
again.
That's also a ball of power move to do. It's just stop.
Um,
Do I?
Especially if you fart as you leave.
well,
You just like, and go.
Yeah, fuck, I'm just gonna lock it over this block.
so you
Jump
do
in.
break wind.
I'm gonna like
Still gonna
jump
make it
off
look
the table and
Yeah. Sort of
go
coming
for
down
the
for the other guy.
yeah.
Go for a king hit, bro.
Oh,
Fuck.
my rolls are real bad tonight.
You're right,
10.
they are real bad. As you come down and go, for, like you sort of go down for this,
I'm changing.
the dude, he's got his marks. He just gives it a solid juke. He just sort of kind of sidesteps back out the way, and you see him sort of spin his mace around, ready to kind of wind up for a hit on you. Next available opportunity. Meanwhile, upstairs, you hear movement. You see a window open. A shot's coming down towards Yuzu.
Ah, motherfucker.
Yes.
Motherfucker.
Plus, because you have mage armor up, so what's your armor class?
16.
16. That's a hit.
Son of a bitch.
Yep.
Shut up, your face.
What's about?
Oh, fuck me, huh? For a 10 piercing damage with the crossbow, that'll also be a concentration saving throw on Bane.
Oh, yeah, I figured as much. Okay. Let's do that first. 11. So that's
Nice. Yeah, Bane stays up. Cool.
Fuck me.
Brilliant.
Is it? No, it isn't.
Which brings us to B for Basil.
Beautiful Basil. You know this full
Basil's
full screen packet.
Yeah.
Alright,
You just turned your head and I saw your face again and I was like, oh my god!
Oh, yeah.
we have a producer now.
I knew it was going to happen and it still did.
So, this guy who's just died, he was holding a hand axe, right?
Yes.
Can I pick it up with an item interaction?
You absolutely can.
Okay, so I would like to pick that up and then use my quick toss.
Yep.
To hit it at this boss here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Quick toss to
You
start
have bloody quick toss.
masturbating
You pick it up and
furiously.
just like,
I would like to intimidate.
So
I don't
that's
break
just
that
like a normal attack roll.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, cool. That's 19 to hit.
that hits.
Okay, so that is I get to add my superiority die to that.
Yeah.
Hand axe d6, right?
You off the top of my head, yeah, sounds right.
Oh, all bags of damage.
Weird choice of words, but okay.
Well, because it's 2-1, so
It's
it's
two-
literally
Oh, okay,
six.
so it's
Plus
all
six
bags,
is
okay.
8.
I was like, is that lots or none? Like,
Very little. 8 points of damage for that one. And then I'm going to run up on the other side of him.
Yep. So you sort of come around him, sort of skirt past the stairs,
And then I'm going to chop.
Go for it.
27.
Yeah, hit. Do you have
Level plus 8 currently.
Do you have an additional +1 from something?
Mutagen.
My mutagen.
Mutagen.
My strength
That's-
boy.
So, but again, if you got a plus, you know, carry on. You're doing great.
Sounds like there was a
No, just
caveat.
keep going. Let's go. Roll damage. Just to see what happens.
Oh my god.
I'd like to assist you there with an extra 2.
So your shot burning.
Show me again.
Cool.
burn
Yeah.
that wound, you put the little bit of shot in
Yeah.
there, please.
So that's. 16, 17, 18 points of damage.
Nice.
Very much worse.
Damage.
Just make sure everyone knows.
Cool.
what
Yeah.
the
As you
result.
this quick axe to the back, as he's already kind of like winding up for a mace hit against this guy, and you just skirt around to the other side of him and get this just quick like. It doesn't end up like fully sinking in as you imagine, but you definitely get like behind the breastplate and like scrape across the chest with this.
After that, can I just say, call them off?
Brings us to Mata.
Okay. Real quick, I'm gonna look up. Do I see the window above? Is it open?
You can like if you poke your head on the side of the building, you can definitely see it open, and you can see the crossbow poking out of it. You
Yeah.
probably wouldn't be able to see
Oh,
the guy.
but
from the
What
angle.
about the window directly above me? Like here?
Yeah, you can see it's not open.
It's
None
not
of the other
open.
windows are open.
Is there a sill that I can stand on?
Yeah, you'd be able to like climb to this window. Yeah.
Is it within 10 feet of me?
Like
Will it
yeah,
view it
yeah. 10 feet vertical gets you there for sure.
Cool. I'm gonna cast False Life on myself and float up to the window.
That only applies when it is thunder or lightning damage. From
No, it's
sorcery.
any first level.
I thought it had to do the type of damage.
Let me double check.
I will also double check. It's not even in this book.
I don't know.
I will triple check.
Yeah, could you check mine and check it?
Yeah. Peer review. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Like good
After you
academics.
cast yeah, just a spell of first level or higher that yeah. Either before or after I cast the spell. The other one that you're thinking of
Well,
is when
hot
if I do damage.
Yeah, no, you're completely right. Yep. Cool. So
Each
you
one.
false life,
I'm just trying to
and
figure out which
just
one
sort of
you
like your coat billows as you kind of up to this. Yeah. You would be able to interact to open it.
Yeah.
And like pull yourself in.
Cool. Yeah, I'll pull myself in
Yeah.
as quietly as possible without alerting the other guy.
You can use your because false life is your action, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. So you
So
wouldn't
I
be able
just-
to actively stealth.
Not actively stealthing, but yeah, just
You
trying
are
to
seeking to be quiet if at all possible.
If
yeah.
at all possible. just max temporary hit points.
Oh, okay.
That's just a small victory.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, and that's my turn. So yeah.
Okay.
I just really like rolling dice.
Start the round, Jeremiah.
Mm.
Have we got to go for up the top?
I'm up there.
Okay.
He's
Um,
coming.
Have we got any dudes up here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
has he
one
seen them?
here. Shooting.
Oh yeah, no, you are absolutely seeing the crossbow gentleman. You know what? I'm
The
out of
five
crossbows
guys
back
gonna
here.
be-
Just use the same guy again.
It's actually this.
Genius.
Okay. I would like to cast Firebolt on old mate's back there on the left.
Yeah, sure. The one carrying behind the table who was attempting to surrender. Go ahead.
Actually, no, I won't do that. I will.
Oh no, you can if you want to. Let me stop you.
He's
No,
filthy
no,
bandits.
it's not gonna
Damn it, the tone of my bullets changed.
Yeah. Don't let what I'm saying and the way I'm saying it change your mind.
I'd like to
Strictly
instead.
informative tone.
Yeah.
I'll firebolt that guy, the
The-
one that's getting gangbanged by
Large.
everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, curious choice of words. We're talking about ball bags, and
It's these two.
ball bags damage and quick tosses. I mean, I'm.
26.
So you hit.
Don't tell the elves.
Sorry, 26%.
Sorry, 26 to hit.
Yep, that hits. Go ahead.
2 fire damage. Just,
Two.
just a humble 2.
This guy.
And I would like to know if I can like hit this guy with a firebolt and then hold the like flames up to a wall and say, "If I were you, I'd serenza before you burn alive." I'll just leave it at that.
That brings us to his turn.
He's going to move forward.
He's going to. He holds for a moment. Then let me pass. As everything kind of hangs for a moment. So you have an opportunity to respond.
Call off your boys.
I didn't think so. Goes for a fucking king hit on. He was lining up on you, so he's going to continue with that. He's going to use an ability to give himself advantage.
Okay.
He can only do this once. But he's still going to go
He's
for it.
very talented, I'll give him that.
That is a 20.
my grandson.
Then use his bat.
He reminds me of my grandson, but a lot more evil and violent.
I mean, it's like a natural 20. It's hitting you whether you like it or not.
But for the record, we don't like it.
Let the record state, thank you.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
Yeah, cool.
Not a fan of
You
it.
can fuck off with it.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
no,
Done.
it's happening.
And just want to make sure I get this right. Don't mind me. Great. He is also going to make this a trip attack.
Ooh.
Excuse me.
I see,
dare
because he's tripping balls if he thinks he's getting out of
Yup,
this
yup.
live.
Oh, I mean, that's easy. So that's holy shit.
Character 2.
So because of Back the up, crit back up, rolls, back up. I maximize one of the die.
Oh.
And because he's expending a superiority die here, that also doubles.
Yeah,
so he rolls
sure.
2s. I still have to roll the extra superiority die. I roll 2 8s and a 10. You are taking a total of 36 damage,
Oh.
bludgeoning, and you need to make a strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Do you
know
have
punches?
more than 36 points of...
No.
No,
Oh
alright.
boy!
He's
So you
prone.
are. So that does mean you auto fail the saving throw, and he's gonna go for another one. He's smart enough to finish you. As he just sort of like he's like, sort of lays down his bag and didn't think so. This like massive, just like up the chest into the skull. You hear the kind of like snap sound as this guy just goes like kind of tumbling down to the ground loudly in front of you, brings the mace down and goes for a big hit on the chest. He has advantage, and if he hits, he auto crits, which would be 2 failed death saves. The 17 resolves to so it is definitely a hit. So that's 2 failed death saves. However, it is now Rosberg's turn.
I don't have
Rosberg.
healing. Just
Does
for
anyone have
anyone
healing?
who begs.
It's the Shakira song!
Yeah.
So,
No one wants to die.
would you-
Honestly, this alone made The Witcher 3 very hard to play for me. No matter how dramatic and serious the fight, I just could not hear this. I'm just imagining Shakira off to the side like, waka waka
You should be so lucky.
Probably dancing.
would you
Rosberg.
say the big boy and the hex boy is in a line from me?
You describe that formation as a line.
Wow, that's a question.
Yes.
I'd say
Yeah,
that's a line.
I'd say yeah.
Cool. All right. His gauntlet's kind of gonna glow green. It's gonna kind of like rip up the floor, and this acid sprays on both of them.
Yeah, it goes. They
Uh,
are
DC 15 dexterity saves.
Is it an acid
Oh.
shot?
okay.
I'm concentrating, by the way.
Okay,
Ah,
roll
he's
damage.
concentrating.
Can I borrow D4s?
Yeah, you can. Not those D4s though.
Yeah,
Oh, 8 damage.
Absolutely,
Let's
those
go.
Wow.
Don't use any
How
other
about we go, boys?
So,
Multi-man
just
there.
for your reference, the creatures that have failed this save obviously take the full damage. They're also
Yeah.
covered in acid,
Yeah.
and they will
they take
continue to
additional-
take 2d4.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
at
cool.
the start of
Cool.
session.
Is it like
Yeah,
Tasha's
and
Cosmic
do they
Brew,
get
so-
to make?
yeah.
They can use an action to clear it. Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic. An action. as this sort of splashes him up from behind. Okay. The only person who gets to act before he makes his next save is the guy who is currently cowering in fear.
Ooh, okay.
He is going to make a wisdom saving throw to see if he has the balls to go for this hit. Or if he is genuinely too terrified of this guy to try and finish him off. It's in the dark again.
I'm not trying to figure out
Just fucking add into drama.
what I have that helps.
He takes a kind of tentative step out from behind the table and sort of like bumps into a chair and it kind of scrapes on the floor and he just grabs the chair and kind of cowers down.
Ooh.
Sturmwelt, you're up. You have an opportunity here to not die.
Alright,
And it is
Save
dedicated
it.
on
There it is.
but a single
Session 1!
Yep.
Session 1!
Can anyone affect this roll?
Hold on a second. There's something you've forgotten about.
Wait a
Orcish
minute.
resilience.
Oh, so you actually get to
Oh, yes.
come back as 1 HP, right?
So
That's
in
what I
that
was
case,
looking for.
the second attack downed you, so you're still down, and you're making death saves. But there is no threat of immediate death.
Alright, sweet.
Oh,
So you
yeah,
have
nice.
failed yet.
Yeah.
That's big.
I was scraping through your class like, surely.
Yeah, I knew it was in there somewhere. And
But
I'm,
no,
like,
it's
looking for it.
the race.
Yeah.
It's the racial bonus.
So I rolled a 7.
That is a
that's
fail.
so
I'm
close.
so glad you're in all.
That is a failure.
Do you get your constitution bonus on
No,
this?
it's a flat
just
check.
straight
It's
line.
one of the only flat checks in the game.
Otherwise, wizards would die all the time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, fuck.
Yep, would
That'd be a
they?
nightmare.
You mean more than they already do, right? Yeah.
I can't hit my wizard.
If your wizard survives, they're a god.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's next up is going to be some Schmuck Attack and Michael off on the top floor.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Who is not currently here. Hey, perfect timing. You're getting hit.
Yeah, slap in the face.
Does a 15
Still
hit
up
you?
to
Shield. No, cool. As it goes for a shot, it's coming right at you. You just reflexively, as it just bounces off this barrier.
Cool.
Which brings us to Basal.
Alright. I'm pissed at this guy, so I'm going
All this
to...
talk of piss and balls.
Yeah,
guys.
that's it.
I'm going to piss on
What is
this
this?
guy.
Yeah.
I would like to
So
urinate on the man.
I just take my free hand and just rake it at him, and I'm going to blood curse him. And I'm going to amplify my blood curse. because
Yeah.
I take 2 points of damage.
Because fuck, I'll kill this man.
Yeah.
And so now I'm hitting him with advantage.
Yes.
I know that's
You will add 2 additional dice to that.
in one. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, I'll wait to see if
Do you
get
have?
it. Yeah, still one more.
Oh yeah, you got one more left. Yeah,
Okay,
true.
so that
Didn't
is-
you mage armor?
I did, but I've only used Salt Burn twice.
Oh yeah, because you're 4 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, carry on.
Does 16 hit?
Oh, I do not.
That is a waste.
That is an F in the chat, huh?
Yeah, that's my
Mm,
Getting it from the
terrible,
chat,
terrible rolls there.
that's unfortunate. Marta, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to move forward and try to attack this bastard.
Yeah, go ahead.
Never push attack.
I'm going to.
No, I mean,
That would be good.
That guy still dead, so I can't
Yeah.
use the cool. I'll just booming blade him.
Yep.
Awesome. 24 to hit.
Yeah, totally hits. Yeah.
Sweet.
The blade, it
Yeah.
booms.
Everyone's probably going to not like me saying this, but I know how we said we didn't want to burn the house because we didn't want to raise smoke to cause fire. And we've just, like, booming bladed the fuck out of this place.
Windows can be replaced.
Nice.
So that's 15 damage.
15.5. Cool.
Um,
Cool. Yeah, he's not happy about that.
and that's my turn.
Yeah, and like again, like the window behind him, just like outward. You see that kind of happen. Just like, just this like the guy turns around, shoots something inside, and then the window kind of shatters out. And you just sort of like make sure none of it hits you.
Nice.
Get fucked, huh? Which brings us to top of the rounds. Jeremiah.
Question. Would molten cone burn the house, cause the house to start on fire?
It would certainly have a risk of it.
Sure.
But it would. It's more than likely than anything to just kind of turn the floorboards to charred wood rather than set them alight.
Do you know, I'm going to do it anyway because we've already got someone who's making death saving throws.
Yep, cool.
They're right
How are you
close to
angling
me.
this cone?
So,
That's the question.
I'm going to get to the side of this guy. So basically, line up the two of them.
Yep.
You're gonna get on the other side?
Yeah. So I'm going to move up in an L shape.
Yeah, and you're going to sort of cone back. Yeah, cool.
That way, yeah.
With the wall kind of bisecting the
Oh,
cone,
yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
20 foot. Cool. And I would like to,
Solid.
as I move to the side, I say, "Oh, to hell with this," and my hands start rapidly making like. Have you seen Naruto?
I was
like,
going to say,
the
you
ninja
just
stars,
described
like,
some fucking jutsu shit.
And then this rune flares up underneath my foot, and I stamp on it. And the moment I stamp on it, like jets of like molten rock start shooting up.
Yeah, it's like what was a moment ago wood just suddenly looks like rippling waves of magma and melted rock.
I'm essentially lava bending.
They need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Then the DC.
Yeah, they
is-
automatically take the 2d6 and then they need
Yep.
to make a dex save. Or
And the
take extra damage.
the DC is 15 dexterity saving throw. Are any of them Bane? They got the Bane
Yeah,
guy,
the
right?
hexed one is.
So he's -4.
Yeah, not going to change anything. He's still going to fail.
Okay, cool.
So both are knocked prone, and it's
Yes!
46 fire damage.
It is! Yes!
Yes! It's a second level spell, but it's a hell spell. It's 2d6 fire, and if they fail the save, it's an additional 2d6 and they're prone.
It's 14 fire damage.
14. Great stuff.
And they're knocked prone.
Yeah.
And then, that was 15.
As far as you can tell, the one at the back, as he sort of falls over, his head cracks on a bit of stone that just juts up. You hear a real crunch, and he does not appear to continue to move after hitting the ground. The other one is knocked prone, doesn't necessarily see that happen.
Can I... So it's 15 foot to get there?
That was 10 foot to be.
Yeah, it was just like 10 foot to scud around, so you've still got some movement, yeah.
Okay, I'll move 10 foot back if I can.
Okay, yes. Yeah, so
And as I'm passing the guy
who's
over
behind
this
the
end
table?
there who's cowering, I'm just going to turn to him and say, "Run," and then move past him.
This dude?
Run.
Yeah, run. Mate, you better get the fuck out of here, right?
Come on, get to move on, pop it. Okay, which brings us to... The big guy stands up. He's very unsteady on his feet. He takes a moment to survey things, and he drops his mace. Negotiation still on the table.
At the start of his turn, he takes damage.
Go ahead.
Don't want to be that guy.
Dies
Damage.
instantly. He goes.
Yeah, as this stuff is still dropping off him, he is going to use his action now to clear it.
Wipe it, yeah. Alright, yeah, we can talk terms. Just so you
So-
meant to stand down.
The way I'm going to do this is initiative is suspended. If anything
Okay.
happens, we'll kick it back off from where we were.
Get to Torgor.
Can
Yeah,
I?
can someone get
As
the
he
door?
sort of looks to the other guy who's sort of carrying behind the table, and the other guy just shrugs at him. Are we leaving in peace?
They can leave in peace. We need some information from you. Then you can leave in peace.
More stance for negotiation here. What do you need to know?
Can you get to Torgol?
Am I about to try and
Yeah, so like you've got an opportunity here. Yeah, you can absolutely just go up to him, and your initiative is before him. So yeah.
Am I about to try and kill this motherfucker upstairs?
You are definitely in the process of that, and you are isolated from this as well. So we will pick that up in a second. We'll sort of loosely kind of get to that because you're at the bottom of initiative, and he is just a bit before you.
Yep.
We'll kind of cross that bridge in a second. But first, you're going over to him, and
I'm gonna walk over to him
Uh-huh.
and just kind of look around the room. You like steel, my friend. And I'm going to touch him, and like my head is just kind of going to glow around the top of it just for a second, and he's going to gain 3 hit points back.
Yeah. As you sort of... Can I get you to make a religion check?
Religion?
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Don't know if I have that one. Oh, I kind of have that one. That's a 14.
It's hard to describe in exact words, given that magic kind of utilizes different parts of the body and mind. But this feels easy. As you sort of bring him back to full consciousness, back from the brink, it feels very... It feels like his body is always ready to be brought back. While he's sort of doing that, sort of, as guys,
I'm gonna try and get Basal's attention and be like,
guys sort of turns and sort of moves so he's got eyes on everyone.
Have a seat. We're in polite surrounds. Stand down!
Moves around,
Just call up to the stairs.
fall upstairs. So you hear that.
Whether you want to.
You are hearing the stand down, and the other guy is still sort of there with the crossbow, and he's sort of, Galen, stand down. He sort of goes to lower his crossbow. His eyes are very much locked on you.
Yeah, I turn around, see the walkway, and I start making my way downstairs.
He sort of unlocks the bow, uncocks the bolt, slips into his quiver, goes to follow you downstairs.
Are they dead? Anyone?
Yeah, meanwhile outside, I mean, you're seeing the movement now over to the table. The sound of fighting has stopped, and there's just kind of movement going on inside. You definitely have an opportunity here to, like, at least go up to the window and, like,
I
check
would
it out.
probably
Like,
just like very gently.
yeah,
check
you'd,
with
like,
them and go,
see, like, okay, yeah, there.
Right.
I use message. All good.
Okay.
Suddenly you
And then-
kind of come in the front door. As the door, like, as you sort of step in, Galen very briefly just sort of,
It's good, we're good.
so
I'll say
everybody
that's it
just
now.
calm down,
Calm
calm
down.
down, okay? Calm, are you calm?
I'm Galen. He just pulls a chair out for himself and sits down at the table. We're going to need to angle that camera down again.
I'm going to crawl over to a chair on the
Keep going.
over by the rug and kind of sit there, going,
We
ouch.
can twist. Yeah.
Okay.
What the cam? What the cam?
Alright, so, here's the deal. We were hired by the town to clear off any bandits. So, I'm going to ask you a very, probably peculiar question, but I want a genuine answer. Do any of you have any skills that are worth anything that doesn't involve stealing and hurting people?
As the one that was like kind of stood down. I was a butcher, apprentice, but a butcher.
Did you paint while you butched? I'm sorry, you're a butcher, not a painter. But you're both.
Apprentice butcher.
Apprentice.
Okay, right. What about you? And I point to the other one.
The big one or the one that's come downstairs?
One that, the big one.
If I'm giving you an honest answer, my honest answer is no, but at least see me out. Don't kill me just yet. Surely.
You've got 10 seconds, go.
I
We've all
wasn't born
died.
into much. I was a bit fatter. My muscles was got me by. If you know somebody that needs muscle, I tried honest work as a caravan guard, but no one wants there and expects a bit fatter.
Okay. That's a good start. And as the other guy comes in and says, you,
Yes.
what can you do apart from killing herds people?
Orchard was burned down when I was a wee lad. Schlot took me in. He, like, now that you're properly seeing him, he's quite young. Like, his like face has like kind of aged up a bit. Like, he's like in the throes of puberty. Like, his face is kind of sort of angled up, but he's not filled out. And as he talks, you realize like he couldn't be any older than maybe 14.
Are there any more here or elsewhere?
Aye. Far more of us. And if I am continuing to be honest, which I am, my original thinking was if you let us go, we'd turn around with a lot of them and come back into the town when you were least expecting it. So if there are all the terms on the table, I can take all the terms. We don't allow to die today.
If I'm down on the couch, I'm like, who killed the woodsman?
The younger one tentatively raises his hand.
Okay. And what were their names? And I'm going to point to the two that are dead, or what I presume to be dead.
Oh, and there. One you burned out. Miss Marcus. Oh, and there. Big golden prim. Never really knew what his real name was.
I'm going to write their names down. Right, well, don't you think you owe to Marcus and Prim?
And look, the young one, we put him onto an initiation sort of thing. If you're going to take out the woodcutter's death as an honest pound for pound, take it out on someone else.
So what's the peaceful resolution to this problem? What do we do to get you all to leave? And cut this out.
So, the Inca valleys as full as what they have been in this last week. We can go in peace. From this place at least.
Go on with other people. Are you okay with that?
I'm not an executioner.
No.
But there should be justice. Someone's got to face a judge or a mayor for this.
Aye. It's got to
Well,
be
look, I know
consequences.
my trade well enough. You'll find no judges. Not out as far. Probably not any more civilized either. If you go and
We know what the mayor's going to ask us to do.
I'll be honest. I don't like seeing young potential wasted. And I turn to the other two and I'm just going to tell them, go now. Learn something. Trade. You. Become a butcher. Become the best butcher you can be. You. I don't know. Go pick fucking fruits or something. Just stop fucking with other people, because this is what you get. This guy, you are the leader. You're responsible for this. We're going to take you into town. That's how this is going to work.
can I stand? Stands up. Sort of sits about strapping his breastplate. Takes it off. Sort of bows his head down. I know you might not believe it, but I have in my own way tried to live as a warrior. I'd appreciate death as a warrior.
I'll give you that. Come on me. Outside.
Alright, come on, the rest of you.
See. As he sort of comes outside with you, and the other two sort of tentatively head out, and she sort of looks and go on, go. Do it.
You sure?
Oh yeah. I'll take my katana. Unsheath it. Try and give him a clean death.
He is low enough on health here that this is a coup de grace. It's just a very simple. Like he's not putting up any kind of resistance. It's easy to get the hit, and there's not a lot of like
I have respect for the way he wants to die. I want to make this clean.
The cleaner way to do it probably isn't to try and go for like some big wild beheading or anything. It's probably more to just go like something clean through the chest.
Yep.
Given that he's already not in good shape, his body gives out pretty quickly as you just through him.
Best he could have done.
The other two are just sort of scurrying off.
Before they leave, I just want to say, give me your hands, boys. Hold your hands out.
They look at each other. The older ones, there's the younger one. He puts his hands out.
And I just want to take the cut that's already on my hand from when I thrusted my sword, and just take a bit of blood and just rub it a little bit on each of their palms and say, "This is Goliath magic. If you break the law again, I'll know, and I'll be able to find you. You understand?"
Make a deception check.
Nicely played.
11.
It's the young ones of something the other one. Do you have anything that will see you safe on the road?
Any what, sir?
Do you have anything that will see you safe on the road? It's a long walk for two boys.
Go inside and get one of the, what was it, the knife that he was going to use to stab Torgal with?
The
cowering one. The cowering one.
he had a short sword. Yeah.
So do they have their bows? Do they have their...
Yeah, like they would have picked up their equipment as they left.
Right.
For sure.
Got any rations?
A little bit between us. Nothing.
How far is it to the nearest?
It's a full day. Like it's very much like a leave early morning, arrive on dusk at this time of year.
I'll give them each a day of rations and a gold piece, and say, stop briefly in the next town.
Gold piece. Like both of their eyes kind of go a bit wide.
This is an investment for honest day's work from now on. Okay.
Go to the nearest town. You want me to come with us? You know, we'll be good. Just sort of points the thing on his
I thought
hand.
I was just going to ask him. This bandit camp he was talking about. Do you know what that is?
See them. Whoops. Go in. They always made us look around. If you go in. For maybe 20 minutes. And then you should have come back north. And a bit back towards the town as well. And you're coming that way. That's how we came in.
How many people?
And sort of the younger one goes, there was Peter, Bogdan, and sort of, how many's that many?
Right. How do we convince those boys not to make us put them to the sword? Go on their merry ways.
The younger ones, we could tell him. We could tell him for you.
No, it's not necessary.
No, you just be on your way.
Not honest, we could.
No, insight check. Just based
Yeah,
on like
go
the
ahead.
attitude of the
Yeah.
like their leader would have taken those.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm proficient in insight.
Can you help him?
I don't think I can help you with an insight check.
No, it's
Can I
absolutely
use
not.
it as my own?
No, I have 4.
I mean, he's certainly desperate. You know, he'll say anything. But at the same time, that desperation could be fear of traveling the road with just the two of them and seeing safety numbers. Like, he is quite young. Like, he's definitely telling a half truth. But you can tell it's whatever it is motivated out of fear.
Interesting.
How old are the rest of them?
Most of them is older.
Maybe we
Not a couple of years.
well, we've got to get rid of the 5.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna whisper. We
Yeah.
haven't quite finished the job yet, have we?
No, don't worry. We'll take care of it. We don't need them.
Okay.
What's the other group? The one in charge. The one. What was this dude's name that I just killed? Galen. Who did Galen leave in charge?
There's no Galen left in charge. Pete's the one really in charge.
There it is. Cool.
Anything you can tell us about Peter?
He thought very well of Galen. I think they was brothers, but no one ever said anything.
Shit. I'll let this be a lesson to the two of you. Those who live by the swords and die by us. By you, I'd make better choices in life.
And it's like the younger one sort of like pulls out his side arm, like it's just like a kind of a dirk, and just sort of drops on the grass.
You've got the right idea.
As much as I appreciate the thought, keep it. Probably gonna need it.
Slowly, tentatively kind of bends down and picks up the grass. Just wipes a bit on his shirt. Resheaths it, and the two of them sort of start, like the younger one starts kind of moving, and then the older one sort of tugs him, and they start like moving with a bit more haste, and sort of like they fully turn their bodies from you and just start going. Like they're heading roughly northward.
Not the direction of the.
Yeah, away from here.
No, they're not heading in the direction of the town. Like
Or
from
the-
where
or
you
the
are,
camp.
they'll probably at least skirt alongside it.
Or where the other 5 are.
No, not as far as you can tell. The direction they gave was effectively continuing due east.
Well, from the porch, I'll call out, hey guys, I need to rest up before we go to this camp.
Yeah.
And the way I figure it, if these guys attack that town, then there's probably some loot here somewhere. They didn't say anything about that.
Maybe not here, but maybe where their main camp is. This just felt like a place to just jump out of. A good place to hole up.
Let's search the place.
Well, let's also get these bodies out of here. That's clearly be almost hygienic.
How much longer do we want to go for? Because it may actually be prudent to take just a quick break.
Yeah,
I think
for
we keep going.
Yeah, for sure.
Mainly
Generally-
because I am on my 4th beer and my bladder agrees with me.
Yeah.
It's
Sweet.
That's reasonable. Yeah.
I have to get up for work. I have to be at work at 5 a.m.
Wow.
Okay.
Sounds like a terrible
Now
one.
you're dropping.
Yeah.
We can wrap at 10 if we want in that case. Then.
Yeah,
I
I
will
think,
be
yeah.
right next.
I think that
We'll
makes
just
sense.
narratively do some sit-up
Yeah.
stuff.
So,
Cool.
yeah, we'll. I mean, so as it is, you guys are looking to have a short rest here.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, by all means, we can take a quick break and then do that. No reason why not.
Yeah. Well, we'll wrap at 10. It's already 22.
Okay. Cool.
So we'll sort of bring it to a close, and you will sort of make your way back into the woodcutter's hut, being as it is still the safest place to rest. Shut the door.
I would be keeping an eye out towards the direction they said the camp was.
Yeah.
Inside,
for sure.
like full on paranoia now.
Yeah. Also, given that you have a bit of
Upstairs?
time to search the house out as well a little bit.
Investigation
Upstairs is not a
checks.
whole lot. Downstairs is what probably was at one point well, I mean, it's not probably wasn't. What is downstairs is a cellar. There's like a barrel of what was probably some kind of beer that's just been completely drained dry, and a couple of like the signs of recent dry store and long store foods, like sort of husks of a cheese wheel kind of thing. Like there was clearly a little bit of food in this larder that's been completely cleared out.
Okay. Is there anything on the bodies? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing of major value. Wealth would probably be pooled among a group like this. They wouldn't keep much personally.
Sure.
They do have weapons. They're pretty rudimentary, pretty crappy. Good number of crossbow bolts between them all. That's decent. That seems to be something that they have taken care to be well provisioned on. That's about it.
The hand axe, does it fit my hand? I got big hands, but is it throwable?
I mean, as a throwable thing, yes, it's reasonable for you. Could probably do with a bit of TLC, but it's in adequate condition right now. Like it's very clearly just a converted tomahawk. Like it's a simple wood splitting, like for small kindling type axe.
Two things. I will detect magic, and is everyone okay if I take crossbow?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, there's a crossbow in between the various bodies here. You'd be able to salvage. We'll say 15 volts.
Cool. That's free.
I got a hand axe.
And it's just a light crossbow, by the way.
All good. So spend some time short resting. I'll just
Go ahead and do the hit die thing if you all want.
recover the HP that I lost. Oh wait a minute, I didn't lose any. Don't worry about it.
Humble brag.
Don't get
there.
too cocky because I guarantee you that will change. Holy shit, you just made eye contact with me and I was like, oh my god! And it's every time. I don't know how you do it, man.
Please
Like
gouge
a
out your
phantom.
eyes for next time, Sam. Just if you could,
Really impressive. Even when I look directly at Josh here, it just gets phased out. It's
I have a face for it's a blank face.
yeah, it's really
He's doing
impressive
blackface.
stuff.
He's the face. He's
He's
one of the faces.
Oh, crap! No, he's not on stream. For the record, we do not have somebody in blackface just off.
Yeah.
I've just got that.
Yeah, that's probably it.
So 9 plus 5.
But you are going to have to take our word for it because they are off screen.
Yeah, we're not
We
gonna
are
say
being
trust.
honest.
We're not going to show you them.
I'm going to show you black and blackface, but I feel like you should assume that anyone you can't currently see isn't in blackface.
It's not
right? Like,
blackface, yeah.
can't see my parents right now. Pretty sure they're not in blackface. Have
Yeah.
no reason to doubt that, and I don't need to face something to prove it. You know?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Always felt that. I'm going to. Can I check the leader for like anything identifiable on him? As in, this was the leader.
I'm actually going to look up his equipment and take a mental inventory of it, and I'm going to practice casting disguise self to
Yeah.
perfectly get his likeness down.
Yeah, sure, yeah. I mean, the main things are just like he's wearing pretty basic pants, basic undershirt. He's got a breastplate. It's of okay manufacture. You get the sense that he probably robbed someone or killed someone and found the breastplate fit him pretty well. Doesn't appear to be made specifically for him. There are a few places where it would probably be a bit more comfortable if it were. Aside from that, there's very little particularly identifiable on him. No like major trinkets or anything. Just pretty plain clothes. The mace as well looks like it's probably from somewhere or someone else. Nothing that is identifiably standard issue, like it might have come from a town guard or anything like that. It's just hodgepodge equipment. Cool.
Are you thinking a more subtle touch next time?
Initially, just to get us in the door.
What's the plan once you've got us in the door?
Exactly. What was that?
What's the plan?
Well, I figure I disguise myself to some extent. If anyone's able to look like, or assist with looking like some of these dead guys or the other two. If not, I just bring you in and it just looks like I have a good story to tell.
I can
I'll just do a quick check for any gnomes. No gnomes, unfortunately. So that's out for me.
So, you get us in the door, and then what? We surprise attack him, or we convince him to leave.
Surprise attack is almost like, I mean, any story that we're going to try and it's like spin, probably going to quickly fall apart.
Right enough.
Information detail.
Detail.
Oh, my
Okay,
company.
yeah,
Sorry,
We're all,
chance of life.
yeah,
I think you
Let
actually.
me put you in the picture.
You are the.
So you don't know. Is it
Yeah,
so
so
you
we work
guys
you put
in,
together a PDF
we,
character
put
sheet,
the nice
just so that you've got
in,
yeah.
because you're kind of piggybacking off a class that you're not right now.
Looks like the real head of the organisation's down
So you
there.
can roll.
This fellow was no pushover.
Because it's level based.
Makes me worried about the other crew, but I think we'll be okay.
We want to try and be more stealthy next time.
I think that's probably a wise call, given that it's almost.
If anything, I can just say that one as a backup to diffuse any like a situation and give us a little bit of an advantage.
Could you split
For
them
a
up?
second.
Maybe call two of them away.
Also, good idea.
I can get in without any issue. Don't worry about me. But
You,
I
if
can
you
be
other
more
guys-
stealthy next time. Totally fine with it.
have you considered the dynamic that with this guy being in charge and this one being the brother, that maybe you might call him out for, challenge him for the rights to lead the bandits? And if you can, if we can do that, and you can just make it a one-on-one, then we can tell him to fuck off.
You could make it.
that's sort of honour.
You want to duel him? Why don't you just tell him you have something special to show him, and he needs to come with you to the house?
And then whip it out.
If we can isolate him,
No, actually, that's not a bad idea. You could say I found something. Something that only his eyes can see.
I'd hope it was pretty dense, because I wouldn't come out here if I had my brother turn up alone, telling me to come back to.
And that's the thing, we have to think of something.
drop one of
very,
these
very
names. Say whoever. Sorry, I didn't take note of them. I wasn't paying
That's
attention.
right, I remember every single one of their names because I have keen minds.
Yeah. You drop a name. You say, Dave found something in the mayor's house that you might want to take a look at. It's up at the house. Come take a look. Nice and quiet. Get him out. We whack him in the bush.
Do we want to do a little bit of recce before we try that plan? Like, get someone in, at least. I'm just worried about what's behind him.
If he sees three, you're dead.
Exactly. Who knows what kind of past they have, if they really are brothers. We don't know if they actually are or not. I imagine the second he gets up close to me, he's going to know something's wrong.
We could pretend to be captured by him.
That was a potential idea. At least one or two of you also would be sneaking in.
How am I going to sneak this in? Ding ding. Sword.
That's the problem.
I can't look unarmed. Not much of a sneaky.
Well, let's go see if we can find this place and then see if we can get a better plan going. Because right now we're just working with ideas.
Alright. So let's resolve any other short resting things. I think that'll be a good point to pick up next week.
Ooh, yes,
Facing out
sir.
your camp and making some kind of plan. So with that, you have at the very least liberated the woodcutter's hut, and we'll see where things progress from there. That'll do us for tonight. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you again same time next week from all of us here at the Dice Baby team.
Woohoo! First for the land.